Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to look at one of my new trees. Um, this one is a portulacaria afra mammoth, and this is the first one I've had. I've seen them at stores before, but um, a lot of times I didn't really care for how big the leaves were, because a lot of times when you see them in stores, the trunks were maybe this thick, or maybe at the most, one of these thicknesses, about maybe like my thumb or something. But I stumbled upon this batch, and I'll show you a picture of what the tub looked like. I was going through a home center. I think it might have been Home Depot or Lowe's. I think actually this one was Lowe's. And they had a bunch of the portulacaria. They had the normal variety, and they had a bunch of these mammoths. But, I sorted through the tubs, and I'll show you up here. But you could see how I just noticed how thick the trunks were. And that's what really caught my eye. And let me zoom in here a little bit so you can kind of see how thick they are. And looking at it compared to my hand, it's a nice sized trunk. And I've got another one here I'll show you. But out of that one tub, I got probably 6 or 7 trees, and this is just one of them. And the tub was really inexpensive. It was like $25, so it wasn't bad at all. And I got some fun trees to work on. And like I said, this is the first mammoth variety that I've had. But when I got it, I transplanted a couple into some bonsai training pots. Others are just in grow pots or whatever. But it's put on probably 2 inches worth of growth since I got it here probably 3 weeks ago. So really happy with the growth so far. Like I said, what really caught my eye is how thick these trunks were, because if you can't get a nice thick trunk on these, the leaves really look out of proportion. But if you can get a nice thick trunk, I think it works. So what I'm going to do today is kind of bring it back down a little bit, because I want to keep this kind of a short, squatty tree, something maybe about this high. And I'm just going to let it, continue to branch out. So I'm just going to cut these top shoots back. It's not going to take too long today. But I just kind of wanted to show you this and just keep an eye out, at your big box store. And then I went back because I was like, it'd be nice to have another batch of them. But looking through, a lot of the other ones had trunks maybe this thick. Some had, trunks like this, which isn't bad, but compared to, this guy, it was just really not as impressive. So every once in a while, you can really find some good stock at big box stores. So just kind of a quick update on that. Like I said, this is not going to take a whole lot of time today. And some of these cuttings here are already drying up, where I've made some cuts, so those just fall off. But I've got to get a lot more, thickness, front to back here. But these were grown all close together in that bucket, so they weren't really growing out. So I'm sure this will branch out in no time. Like I said, it's already put on an inch or two worth of growth. So I think that's going to do it for that one. We'll just leave it there and let it continue to grow. But let me show you this other one. This trunk is thick, but this other trunk is even thicker. Or this one is more of a single trunk. The other one was kind of a twin trunk. But if you look at this guy, I mean, that's a good 2 inches, if not more. Got a scar on this side, where I had a branch that was kind of not really dead, but it was just kind of been broken or something. So I cut that off, but here's what sprouted, and that's grown just in the last couple weeks. So these things seem to be growing very similar to a normal portulacaria, but the leaves are just bigger. I guess that's why they call it the mammoth variety. But I still think it's going to be fun just to have a different species to work with and similar growth habits to portulacaria. So yeah, I just wanted to share this, and be on the lookout when you're at big box stores, because it's hard to find. I don't really have a picture of what they look like, but it was on one of their tables. And it was just a sea of just kind of green. So you really have to get in there and start, digging through the buckets and just looking at. I look at the trunks first, see if I can get some stuff with some pretty thick trunks. But everybody likes something different. So but anyway, I thought I would just show you a couple of these. But and if I can, I'll try to get pictures of the other ones. But like I said, this is just 2 out of the 6 or 7 that I got out of that bucket of trees. Something fun. And if you would buy a tree this size, you're going to pay a lot more than $25. Um, and like I said, I got 6 or 7 of them for that. So pretty happy with it. Fun, nice thick trunk. Not really sure what I'm going to do with these branches yet, but I'm just going to let it grow and continue to develop and kind of go from there. But yeah, fun little find, and I'm having fun with them so far. Well, that'll do it for the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.